Hi, I'm Eric Lenask. We're here in San Jose, California this week for our TMC Roadshow, and I'm talking now with Steve Martin from Components Direct. Steve, thanks for joining me and welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So Components Direct, not a new company, but you've been operating in stealth mode for a little while.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about the company and why you're sort of coming out of that the stealth mode now.
Sure, absolutely. The company's been around since 2006. We really launched our e-commerce platform early last year. Really, Components Direct is a destination location on the internet for 100% authentic, direct, traceable parts back to the manufacturer. So if you really look at it from a simplistic standpoint, Components Direct is really an extension of the manufacturer. And really because of a lot of the counterfeit and non-conforming parts that are in the market today, some of the stats are one counterfeit part every 15 seconds, and there's been over 12 million counterfeit parts in the last 5 years. Really, we're trying to curb the non-conforming counterfeit parts. So when you, being the end user, buys the parts from us, you have 100% direct traceability back to the manufacturer.
So why is that traceability important?
It's very important, especially for applications, so you can buy with confidence and you know that we're an extension of the manufacturer. A lot of people that are our competitors in the space, independents or brokers in this space, don't have direct lineage back to the manufacturer. And when a company comes and buys us from us, especially on the excess, end of life, and obsolete components, we want to make sure that we're selling them 100% guaranteed conforming part back from the manufacturer. So it's very important, especially if you look at the military and government space. They have to hold receipt of record for 7 to 10 years. We're basically enabling the manufacturer to keep that product life cycle up and running.
So are there warning signs when you're talking about other distribution channels for folks to be aware that they may not be dealing with somebody that's giving you authentic parts?
Yeah, due to our IT and vertical search capabilities, we could go out there in the secondary market and really notify them on how much parts are out there, what region of the world are out there, and hopefully help them curb on some of the counterfeits or non-conforming parts out there currently today.
How are they able to do that? What resources are available to help them sort of combat that counterfeit?
It's really in terms of our technology and our vertical search capabilities where we could go out there on a global perspective and really look at the true ecosystem on where the parts are and what region of the world are to help them really plan better and how they could really enable us to sell their excess and obsolete components.
If you're looking at that counterfeit market, though, are some of those counterfeit parts cheaper? Are folks still enticed to go and purchase those, even though they may not be they may be aware that they're not getting the real deal?
Very much so, and there's a lot of telltale signs out there. Whether there's the same quantities posted at a multitude of sites, a part that should be $1 that's actually 25 cents. So there's a lot of telltale signs that we help the manufacturer work with our technology and our platform to really curb that.
Now, what are the real benefits of actually working with acknowledged real manufacturer parts?
Well, there's a lot of different factors that go into play, but really the end user, whether it's the contract manufacturer or the OEM, if they're buying component or widget A, they actually know buying from Components Direct, they're going to get 100% authentic parts every single time. Anything that's posted on componentsdirect.com has direct lineage back to the manufacturer. And we truly believe in the excess, obsolete, and end-of-life space. We're the only company currently today that could be able to say that.
Is there a difference? What's the difference in product quality when you're talking about authentic parts?
There's a lot of difference. You could take a low-speed part or a different die revision part, which is a cheaper part, and rescreen it, and they could try to sell it for what a price point would be $1, and they could try to sell it for $100. So really what we're trying to do is be an extension of the manufacturer and also give the OEMs and the contract manufacturers that are actually building the printed circuit boards another avenue to buy 100% authentic parts.
You've referenced your inventory a couple of times. Mm-hmm. What kind of products do you include in your inventory?
So we sell everything from semiconductors, which is power management, IC, linear logic, discrete, PLDs, as well as passive and interconnect. In terms of manufacturing, we have over 150 different manufacturers on our website with over 50,000 different SKUs.
And who are the customers that come to you for these products?
Customers would be, for an example, on a contract manufacturing standpoint, it would be a Foxconn, a Flextronics, a Sanmina, a Celestica, Jabil, and so forth. Or we're also doing some beta tests right now with the likes of a manufacturer like a Xilinx and the end customer being Cisco.
what are you doing to get out in front and make sure that they're aware that, hey, we have these authentic original parts as opposed to all these other potentially counterfeit vendors?
We're doing it two different ways. Number one, we're obviously touching the customers here in North America, Europe, and Asia, really from our contacts and everything else that we have. And also what we're doing is, because of our vertical search capabilities and our technology, if you go out on the web and look for a particular part, hopefully that particular parts will be on top of Google search or whatever search engine you're using. So we're doing it from both an organic standpoint, a vertical search, as well as a downstream perspective.
And since you've come out of stealth mode, what kind of growth have you seen?
We're continuing to see a lot of growth. You know, we're experiencing so much growth that within the 2 years, we think we're going to be able to staff up our sales department by 25%.
How much of that growth is in North America? How much of it is outside in the rest of the world?
Well, as you know, with a lot of the business over 5 years ago, 2/3 of the business over in Asia. So like everybody else, you know, seeing that we're a privately held company, we don't like to discuss facts and figures, but as you can well imagine, the majority of our business is over in the Asia region currently today.
Understood. Steve, thanks so much for joining us here on the TMC Roadshow in San Jose.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.